Welcome back to Fox 12 Now. Thanks, everybody. I'm Greg Nibbler here, live streaming from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. And whether you're watching live or after the fact, we appreciate it. We are live from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. every day. So just letting you know that. We cover a wide range of topics here on this show. Right now, we're going to talk about something that you can do if you're watching live today, because it's already begun. And that is the Portland Horror Film Festival taking place at the Hollywood Theater and the Clinton Street Theater, two amazing places. And we're going to talk all about that right now. We've got Brian and Gwen joining us. And hello to you two. Thanks for being here on the show and being a part of this. I am excited to talk about the horror. But before we do that, would you two mind introducing yourselves and letting us know how you're associated with this?
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. My name's Gwen Callahan, and you are?
I'm Brian Callahan.
And we are the co-directors of Portland Horror Film Festival, which we started it in 2016 was the first year. So this is our 11th year of having a all horror genre festival in Portland.
Yeah.
I love it. What was it about Portland that made it the right place for you to start a horror film festival?
Well, it's where we live, but also when we started looking at it in 2015, there wasn't really anything that was just a dedicated all-genre horror film festival. We were also involved with the H.P. Lovecraft Film Festival. That was a very narrow focus on a certain kind of horror, and we wanted to do something that would open it up to all genres, folk horror and slashes and cerebral horror and elevated stuff, just so we could showcase the best the many genres of horror has to offer.
And I mean, that's perfect, for a festival like this to have that many different genres. I mean, how do you go about curating something like this?
Well, we take a lot of submissions and then we kind of filter through them. We have a panel of judges that helps us go through, and we look for a variety, and we look for things that kind of spark something fresh and new. Give us something that we haven't seen a million times before, because there are a lot of horror films out there, and they kind of retread the same themes and topics a lot. But we're finding with independent horror filmmakers, especially, we get a really fresh perspective on a lot of these stories, because they're mostly coming from a very personal, grounded place, and it makes them, I think, more specific and more relatable.
Like unlike sort of the stuff you would see at the multiplex, they're mostly single writer-director films. So they definitely have a very personal, fear-based point of view, and we find that resonates better with audiences than anything you could see that was kind of made by committee.
Interesting. I mean, is this like one of the trends, or I guess if there are any others, what are the trends that you've seen over the spans of doing this festival, of the changes to the horror film genre?
Yeah, definitely. We see sort of a reflection of current events and the current socio-political landscape. So we've been getting a lot of things where reality comes into question, where we don't know, are we dreaming? Is this real? Doppelgangers have been a big theme. A lot of domestic horror, tech horror. We get some influencer horror in there. And then there's some revisiting of tried and true genre things, like we have the world premiere of Dracula, The Night Around Us, which is an adaptation of Bram Stoker's story, but with some key changes that really bring it into the modern world and speak to kind of the current situation that we're in now. And it is one of the scariest films that we're playing in the festival, and also one with probably the least blood and guts.
Yeah, but it does a good job of exploiting the idea of child predation as well.
Wow.
That makes it feel very, very timely in a way that normal adaptations of Dracula don't.
Interesting. So yeah, really a reflection of some of the fears and everything that people have now.
Yeah. And I think because we're looking at independent films, it doesn't take as long to make an indie as it might take to make a big studio film. And so they definitely feel like they have their finger on the sort of the bloody pulse of what we fear today.
What do you think it is about horror in general as a genre that still fascinates so many people and just is always drawing them in to want to watch these movies?
Well, fear is an essential human thing. And I think unlike a lot of other genres, which are pure entertainment. Horror is entertaining, but it really gets to the heart of what makes us human. Fear knows no borders. We show films from this year. We're showing films from 12 different countries, including places like Iran, um, as well as the usual suspects like Spain and France and the UK. We have one from Honduras, but they all have this kind of essential thing at its heart, which is our shared humanity.
Wow. So yeah, bringing everybody together in something that's essential to all of us. I mean, we all have fear of something.
Yeah.
Interesting. When it comes to the festival, what can people expect when they're going to be attending? Obviously, all the different films, but what's the environment like?
Oh my gosh, this is a festival for fans. We built this for people like us that are just fans of horror films and want to go see a bunch of good movies in the theater. So we have a great horror community here in Portland, very welcoming. So if you've never been to the festival before, we want you to join us. We want you very welcome to come. We also have a lot of visiting filmmakers this year, so you'll get to talk to the people that actually made the films that you're seeing on screen, and they're all very nice. We've been corresponding for a while, and they're super excited to be in Portland. They're super excited to meet our audience, which we always say it's the best audience in the world.
It is.
And it's just a very festive sort of I guess, welcoming environment, which is weird if you think about horror being scary, but everybody who loves horror
Are the nicest people.
Just the nicest people.
And tonight, tonight is we're showing our first repertory screening. We're showing the 45th anniversary screening of My Bloody Valentine. And that we brought the director out, so George Milhoka, and this was a seminal slasher film. And we'll be showing the uncut version, and he'll be on hand to talk about it, which is a really rare treat. Normally we show only new films. This is the first time we're actually showing a classic like this.
Nice. I mean, that's amazing too, and having the director out here for that.
And he'll be signing autographs when doors open up until the first film starts. So if you want to meet him, get his autograph, take a picture with the pickaxe, you can do that tonight.
Yeah, and that's really what the festival is films, meeting the filmmakers involved, getting sort of a close-up and personal view with the people who are making these wonderful movies.
Amazing. And do you find like some audience members dress up or anything like that, or is it more just come and enjoy the movies?
Mostly they're coming to enjoy the films. Last night for opening night, we had a few people dressed up because one of our guests was Aurelio Voltaire, who's a musical performer, and he also made a feature that we showed. It was the Portland premiere last night, called The Demonatrix. But he performed live, and some of his fans came out, and they were dressed up.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. We had some scary clowns, and everyone was sort of gothed up because he's sort of a gothic adjacent musical performer.
Nice. And you're going to be at at least two amazing venues too. Could you tell us about that, about where people can go to see these?
Yeah, so tonight and tomorrow night, Thursday and Friday, we're going to be at the Historic Hollywood Theater on Northeast Sandy Boulevard, in the downstairs main theater, so it's handicapped accessible on that beautiful screen. And then on Saturday, all day Saturday and all day Sunday, we'll be at the Clinton Street Theater down at 26th and Southeast Clinton, which is also another great neighborhood. And I think these are the two oldest movie houses in Portland.
I believe so.
And some of the oldest movie houses in the country.
Yeah.
They are amazing places to go see a film. I mean, both of those are just such great. I mean, not only like the classic part, but also just very Portland. It's got that very an experience of its own going into something like this.
It's one of the things that filmmakers are just awed by when they come and they see their movies at either of these theaters. They go away going, man, this is something different. That's not an experience they get to have all the time.
For anybody out there who maybe has never been to a horror film festival, or might be like, this maybe hesitant, or wants to know a little bit more, what would your pitch be to them to go to something like this for the first time?
Yeah, I would say try out the short films because they're anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes of a movie, and if you don't like something, you can kind of either take a bathroom break or go grab another drink or some popcorn and then come back in for the next one.
Yeah.
And we try to serve up kind of a wide variety of themes and tones. And, there's some funny ones and some very serious ones and some bloody ones and not so bloody ones. And if you have concerns, we're always hanging around and we can kind of point you towards the ones that may fit your taste better.
Yeah, and Sunday at the Clinton Street Theater, we've got 3 full blocks of short films, and we really do try to curate each block as kind of a mini festival. So if you come and you see it, you get a little bit of all these different horror genres. You get to see films from different countries in every single block, made by from filmmakers from different walks of life. And so that's a great way. If you're new, coming in on Sundays, a great way to like expose yourself to just a lot of what we have to offer. And then Friday night, tomorrow night, we have a midnight movie thing event. So if you like horror that's a little cheesier, a little sleazier, we're doing that starting around 9 o'clock on Friday. And that stuff is just all fun, just crazy fun stuff, instead of the thinkier indie stuff that we show most of the time.
Thinkier. I like that term. Well, that's awesome. So a little bit of everything for everybody. And for people who want to attend, what's the best way for them to go and take a look at the lineups and get tickets and all of that?
Yeah. We go to portlandhorrorfilmfestival.com or simply portlandhorror.com. And there's a film page there, and there's a schedule page where you can see everything that's playing every single day, as well as it has links to all the different tickets. You can also, if you want to just get stuff from the Hollywood Theater, you can go straight to hollywoodtheater.org and get tickets for today's show with My Bloody Valentine or tomorrow's show. The Clinton Street Theater tickets we sell directly. So you get those from portlandhorror.com.
So everybody can go there and see the lineup, check it all out, get your tickets and all that. Well, both of you, thank you so much, for joining us here to talk about this. Congratulations on finding something that really, truly seems to resonate with so many people, and putting on this, this film festival and giving everybody a chance to go check all this out. So thanks for being here on Fox 12 Now.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And for everybody watching, we are live streaming here. We're going to go ahead and go to a break, and we appreciate you tuning in. Whether you're watching live or after the fact in the Fox 12 Oregon apps, we get to have a lot of different conversations and segments here, like we just had with Brian and Gwen. So we're going to, like I said, take this break right now. We'll be back after that with more Fox 12 Now.